Saturday, September 7th, I think, and I just left my camp spot about 20 minutes ago. So the Cassiar Highway, it's all paved, and it's a 2-lane road, obviously, but it's unmarked, so there's no markings anywhere, and it just reminds me of driving through the country. It's a lot of up and down on hills, a lot of turns. You can't see a whole lot to your left or right because of all the pine trees and other trees and shrubbery and everything. But when you are going over hills and things like that, you do get a great view of the area around you. Got some mountains in the distance, which I think I'm driving towards. But very easy drive. It's just a nice, easy road to drive on. The speed limit, I think, is only 50 miles an hour. So people aren't flying through here for the most part. And then last night, as I was in the back here, just doing whatever, I might have been watching a show, I poked my head out to see if I could see anything, and I actually saw more of the northern lights last night. Saw a lot of green. It was really cool. It is hard to explain, and I didn't even see the best part. It's because when I started watching it and looking at it, I noticed that it was already starting to fade away, and it did within 10 minutes. So I knew that I had probably missed the best part, and I talked to somebody today, and I found out that I did. He said that there were a lot of pinks, purples, and just really intense colors for about 10-15 minutes. And then after that is what I saw. And it covered, I would say, a good 120, 160 degrees of the sky. And it was like a cloudy green. Some of it was kind of bright, but very pretty, very neat. I hope one day I can see the whole thing. He said tonight's supposed to be another good night, but we're going to be 360 miles south, so it'll probably be less intense down there near Hyder than it would be where I'm at. But regardless, at least I got to see more than just the gray rainbow that I saw the night before. But for as pretty as it was, from what I saw, I can only imagine how neat it would be to see the whole thing when it's really intense. But anyway, actually pretty quiet night last night. The trucks died down around 11 o'clock, so there wasn't much traffic, which was really nice. So it was quiet, and this morning I just kind of took my time making breakfast. I'm going to see how far I can get today. I'm going to stop up here and inquire about a shower, since that's due, and maybe even do laundry depending on how much they want for that. If not, I'll hold off until I get to southern Canada, where there's actually Hampton Inn options, and I know I can do a couple of loads there. So that's like 2 to 3 days away. I don't know if I want to wait that long, so we'll see how it goes. So I'm about 310 miles from Hyder and into the mountainous area, and the scenery is just amazing. The whole area is dotted by lakes, and with the fall colors and the mountains in the background, it is quite the drive. A lot of people told me I needed to do this drive, and I'm glad I did. So I just got onto 37A, which is the road towards Stewart and Hyder, and it's about 40 miles off of the turn you're supposed to take to keep continuing south towards Vancouver. So to go to Hyder, it's about 80 miles round trip to get back to the main road. And I was told by someone that through this area there's tons of glaciers, really pretty drive. Unfortunately, the sun is pretty much completely gone, and it's just cloud cover, so I won't be able to see the northern lights if there was anything to see glaciers that are all, looks like towards the end of their life soon, but very cool. Look how blue it is, even with the cloud cover. Alaska. So on the way in, you don't have to go through a border crossing. On the way back, you do have to go through Canadian customs. Alright, so it's 6 o'clock, and where I want to go is 24 miles away, and supposedly it's got a really nice glacier view towards one of the popular glaciers up in this area. But it's telling me it's an hour and a half away, so I imagine it's a very slow going dirt road. We'll see. I'm heading there anyway. That's where I want to stay for the night, so see if I can't make that happen. So this is what's considered still Main Street, and 11 more miles and I'm going to get on to National Forest Road 88. So which one is it? The Salmon River is to my left, and the smell of dead fish is incredible. It is so awful. At first I thought it was roadkill, but it's just staying along this whole road. And then I realized that the fish run up through here, so I imagine it's because they're all dying and decaying. So I just crossed over a small bridge that went over a creek that flows into the Salmon River, and it was just loaded with dead fish. But there was a really cool viewing area back there. I really want to get to my spot though before it's not going to get dark anytime soon, but I'd rather beat somebody else if I need to, because I have no idea how full it's going to get up there on a Saturday night. I haven't seen too many people heading in this direction, but you just never know. There's a glacier all the way up there. So we're actually back in British Columbia, so the next 13 miles are all back in Canada, and there's no border crossing at that location either way, because I think there's only one way in and one way out, and you have to go back to the other border crossing to get back anyway. So, but found a couple of places that I might like to launch my drone on my way back, but definitely somewhere back there. still got miles to go before I get to a really good viewpoint of this glacier, and this is what's along the side of the road. Fortunately, there's a lot of shrubbery and plant life along the side of the road, so as you're driving up, you only come across a clearing every now and then where you get to see this, but that is just amazing. More snow, and then behind me there is another glacier. Doesn't look really pretty, very dirty, but they're just everywhere around here. So that is just incredible. The camera just doesn't even do it justice with the scale of that ice flow. I mean, even from way up here, it's just mind-boggling. I've never been that close to something like that. That is just too neat. Alright, so I think I found my spot. I've already checked the ledge here to make sure it's not a sheer drop off and it's a rolling drop off. So I'm going to pull kind of close but not too close. And this is going to be my spot and my view. This side I've already got a nice sunset going on over there. Got my Jeep sitting there, and that is what I'm going to look at the entire time while I'm here. That is probably, with that view back there, it doesn't come out quite as nice now on camera. And that view there, that is probably some of the most amazing scenery I've seen on this trip. So, huge thanks to Ralph that I met in Anchorage for suggesting that I do this, because this is for sure a highlight of my entire trip. This is just awesome.